Oh, God. Alright.
What do we miss?
I have no idea.
Greg's Delver refuses to flip.
Yep, it refuses to flip. Looks like Chain Lightning came down on the Glisten Rail, got the Glisten Rail out of the way, but now there is a an Ink Moth on. Oh God, and everything reset. All right, can you go find out what life totals are for me, really quick? While I attempt to change all of this stuff back. Dear God, cluster, absolute cluster. Guys, definitely sorry. People across the way basically flipped the power switch, so everything got turned off. So
Greg is at 16 and Daniel's at 14.
All right, so Daniel's at 14 and Greg's at 16.
Yeah.
All right. Harry Schaefer.
I think that Daniel just went down by another at least 4 because of this insectile aberration.
Okay. So he's down to another 4.
Yeah, so
and then his last name is Kelly. All right, and
I think.
All right, so we'll take your judgments correctly. So he's at 10. Greg's at what? Greg's at what life?
16.
16. Sweet.
You know, I think Daniel's at 1 less because of that brainstorm.
1 less because of the brainstorm?
Yeah, it will pump the switch. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's put him at 9.
We'll put him at 9. Yeah, so again, guys, in case you missed it, jackholes across the way decided to basically try to power half the city and then flip a breaker. So I put a quick stop to that.
It's like Ninja Turtles.
And yeah, so Jesus Christ, it's one thing after another. Like either last Thursday, Twitch was fucking with us. Now they're fucking with us. This is crazy. I don't know. We're just gonna put 20 minutes left in the round. That seems about right.
Okay.
What else is going on here? Do we? Is Greg's poison at?
Greg, I think this will be the first poison Greg is going to take.
232 equals 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I think he dealt with the Glistener before it dealt him any poison.
I would hope so. All right.
Greg casually flips his Delver to a Brainstorm.
Second Delver. All right.
Which is, I think, is the same Brainstorm he had in his hand.
Oh, and Greg in fact is not on Squirrel Triumph. Let me blue red Delver. Holy crap! I'm going to break somebody's skull. That was annoying as shit.
That was annoying.
Oh my god! I've already had to run around enough, and apparently you've turned back into Chuck Harris. So I hope you're happy about that. You get to now judge things. How do you feel? How do you feel?
My friend introduced me to a format called Judge Tower, which is pretty sweet. If you haven't heard of it, I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's long and it's boring and there's legacy happening. So, Greg is pondering.
Alright, good.
Now he's fetching. So Greg is at 15, I think.
Oh, goodness gracious. And you go ahead and keep commentating on this. Did he just fetch?
Greg is at 15 now, fetching for another Will Kidney.
And apparently they're saying that it's still not up.
That's not good.
Try refreshing. Alright, let's see.
Greg is at 15, if I'm following correctly.
Okay, cool.
Cruising for a bruising.
Alright, jeez.
Is Greg futzing with what he's leaving in the graveyard because he has Snapcaster, or because he wants to put the threat of Snapcaster?
I think it's probably threat of Snapcaster. I mean, it could be a bunch of different things. So, oh god, I'm upset.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
But Greg, so we think Kelly's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which makes these Delvers, I think, lethal.
Okay, so what happened after the Days in the Force of Will? We're not. How much is this?
This is
7, 8,
eight at
because I'm off
least.
the.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it can't be 8 because he just fetched.
Yeah. So our life totals are a little wonky. Oh, it might be.
Okay.
It might be for it.
Ooh. Oh, that's an electricity. And that's all right. So
All right,
that's
that's an
gonna pump.
extension of the hand.
So why don't you go try to find another match?
Let's get another match on there.
And get the time in the round as well. I'm gonna fill everybody back in on kind of what happened. All right. So, basically, some jackasses across the way were trying to power the entire city of Chicago off of one outlet. Flip the breaker over here. So that's why we went down. I yelled at them. We got that taken care of. And by taking care of, I mean I unplugged everything out of the wall and then unplugged what they were plugging into. So there's that. What happened after the round? So I believe what happened was because we tuned in a little bit later than that. Daniel Force of Willed the days, then passed back. Greg chain lightning the Glycerin Elf off the table. Then Daniel followed up with a Blighted Agent, and then just really didn't have any sort of gas to finish it up. Greg was able to flip his Delver, I think, 3 turns later after getting a couple hits in with a Swift Spear and the Delver. So Kelly was down to 14. And then Greg flipped his Delver, was able to swing in with Swift Spear and the flip Delver at that point, getting him down to 10. And then played a Brainstorm, pumped the Swift Spear, which dropped him down to 9. And that's the life total that we saw him at there. Greg also that turn played a Delver and was able to flip the Delver to the next turn off of the Brainstorm, at which point. Then he was able to swing in for basically lethal there. So that is what I believe happened in the thing. As soon as it went down, I had to go run around and try to figure out what the hell was going on. But I hope that answered any sort of questions. And then if you guys did not see that explanation, please let me know. But yeah, so that should be good. We're trying to get another match on. We're not even quite sure what the time in the round is. So as soon as we get that, we should be good. Now I'm thinking chat broken, maybe? So say something if you guys are in chat. I'm going to go ahead and actually just refresh that because I'm thinking not so much. I feel like you guys would have said something. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and reset this and it should be good. So, what do you guys? I'm gonna go ahead and also make a poll here. So I apologize, I'm not gonna be the most interesting, but I'm gonna make a poll to see what we want to get on camera next round. So we do have we've got lands, sneak, and show. And we've got Blue Red Delver we just saw, so I'm not gonna put that on. Infect we just saw. We've got Stasis. We've got Maverick, and then we got also Death and Taxes. So, and taxes. All right, cool. Then I'm gonna add these, and guys, go ahead and vote, and then we'll get. Are we getting another match or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, we're not.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
But Kyle, even though he lost, I think we're gonna see him on the feature match table next round.
Who? Norman?
Kyle Norman. We're gonna see some Stasis.
Well, they're voting right now.
Oh, they're voting. Okay.
So,
yeah.
So that'll be determined. So if you guys want to see Stasis, make sure you vote Stasis. And then that. All right. Well, I'm seeing 3 Stasises right there. Make sure you guys copy and paste from the.
It's probably because they're very smart and want to see a really good match from Maverick.
Yeah, I mean Stasis is great. I'm a big fan.
So all right, here's what I saw upstairs. I saw Siege Rhino in play.
Yep, that's probably from Mr. Pino.
Yeah. And all the other matches were finished, so we might be going into round 2 in just a few minutes.
Okay, well, cool then. I'm gonna keep resetting all of this. So, did you watch the Invitational at all?
I did.
I managed to, and it was Legacy. It was a split format, right?
Yeah. I managed to. Half standard. Half
I managed to miss all of the Legacy, which made me really sad. So all I saw was flipping standard. And were there any fun Legacy decks that you saw?
What did I see? Saw some Ascendancy. Sam Black was playing Ascendancy. That was fun to watch. He's always very quick about what he does, and he's always very precise. So That was fun to watch. There were it was a lot of just stock. Bug Delver was doing well, which I didn't expect.
wow.
Okay, Stasis it is. People
Yes,
are.
Stasis has got a.
Yeah, I didn't expect Bug Delver to be doing well because it relies so heavily on Goif, and like Goif isn't so great when treasure cruises running around.
That happens.
Yeah, but you know,
Uh,
it was in the same deck as 2 treasure cruises, so yeah, there was the best deck tech of all time. In Greg Hatch's playing Artificer's Intuition.
yeah.
All right, so
Oh, but
we've
it
got
looks like
Kyle.
it looks
We've
like
got
yeah.
Kyle
And Cook, I promised you as far as the stamp cards. Honestly, I'm personally not sure, but if you reach out to go over to Card Market's Facebook, I'll try to pull up the link here, or I'll post it in chat and address it to Jameson. And I know that they do have stamped cards, but he would be able to give you a much better idea as far as what they're going to be costing. So MGG card market. There we go. Let me sweet. All right, cool. So let me get that. Let me post that in there, and bam.
Yes, if you have any time, you should go and watch Greg Hatch's deck tech of Artificer's Intuition.
Yep.
He's like a mad scientist.
All right. No, I definitely will. I mean, I'm not really on project this whole week, so.
Okay.
Oh, so we're seeing Stasis versus Infect again. All right. So that's fine. And are we really okay? So I guess we're staying at 3 rounds. So guys, this might be a really really short night.
Maybe
if,
we could maybe we
this
can get a couple
continues.
games if someone wants to like. You just play a 4th round in quotation marks. You know, get some games in. We
That or I might just go home.
That's fair
and
as well.
See my wife.
Okay.
And maybe play some MTGO. Just putting that out there.
All right.
And then I can drink. I can drink. But all right, so let's see. So we got round number 2 over here, and awesome. So let's see. So player 2 record. So both of these guys are in the. You ready to start the timer?
Yeah.
Ready, set, go. All right, cool. And all right, so we'll get all this stuff in here. We're gonna get Daniel getting on camera again. I'm sure he's thrilled about that. Player 2 deck name is Infect. This is gonna be kind of a.
He's got a thumbs down from some.
URw Stasis. All right.
I just want to see Ralzeric take it home.
We'll probably see that if this happens. So
being an Izzet mage myself,
all right,
a member of the Izzet League, I can only be in full support of Ralzeric.
All right, and then
bringing home the bacon.
I mean, Ralzeric is just pretty funny in general. And I mean, like after this, guys, I'm probably just gonna put on the undefeated match for the last round. Mark versus McNuggets. Hell yeah. Legacy tonight, Blackjack. Wednesday will be Modern, and then Thursday again will be Legacy. So all the fun stuff. And guys, Stasis did win by an outstanding margin, and with the voting. So yeah. So then we got that. Again, guys, unfortunately, no giveaways tonight. Hopefully, I'm going to talk to Jameson and let him know how much you guys liked it. Again, if you guys liked those giveaways, please go to MGG Card Market's Facebook page. Let them know that you really liked the giveaways, and that way we can continue to do them.
Or if you live in Chicago, you should go to their store.
Yeah, I mean, if they go to this, or whenever they're at a GP, go harass them and stuff as well. That way we're showing them the value out of doing that. So, but Daniel's going to lead off with a, what can I think? Ink Moth Nexus. There we go. Let's see where Kyle's.
We had a Tundra. What is this? Kyle does something that I really do not approve of, and we'll see if you catch it in a minute, because he's gonna start doing some stuff that I dislike.
What do you mean?
Well,
I don't want to catch it. Just explain it to me, damn it. Jeez.
He puts his lands in front of his spells.
But yeah, I mean,
it's like barbaric.
No, I
There's
think it's
one-
fine.
No, there's one way.
Your exact reaction is why you do that. Because it's a psychological advantage that you can exert over your opponent.
I bet Daniel is tilting off right now because he doesn't know what to do.
Maybe. The lands in front, I'm perfectly fine. I'm fine with. I've seen somebody go lands diagonal across the playmat before, and had the board in front and the back. Looks like Kyle is getting. Is that one poison coming to Kyle?
Yes.
All right, and a brainstorm at the end of the turn.
Oh, you know what? I think he's just so far in front. He's put his lands here, and he's gonna play on his opponent's side of the board. If we're talking intimidation strategies, this is one.
Yeah, it's great. Kyle's just like, fuck your playmat. This is mine. This is my space. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. It looks like he's putting 2 cards back. I'm curious to see what he's going to be doing here. So is that a? All right, no, all right. So that is just a steam vents, and by steam vents I mean Scald and Darn.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind. I give up on life. I'm just done. Just done. Just done.
I wonder what Daniel could have kept if it just entails doing nothing on turn 1 and hitting with an Inkmoth next turn.
I mean, honestly, if he does this again, though, and Kyle has, like, a back to basics in hand, Daniel's going to get wrecked. And it's going to make me a little happy.
Yeah.
So.
Back to basics is not the nicest Magic card to ever exist.
What, back to basics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a friendly thing to do.
All right, so we're going to go down to 18 here on Kelly. Yeah, I'm just so sad that we had such a low turnout tonight. Like, this is like, it's been bad because as the stream has gotten more popular,
yeah,
it's led into the holiday season, which has been really shitty because then our turnout's been a little lower.
I bet Modern on Wednesdays.
Oh, Modern's fine. I mean,
I'll
Modern,
be there.
Yeah, Modern has like 30 to 50 people regularly, so
I'd
I'm
like
not.
To be there.
I'm not worried about that. My thing is more with the legacy. He's just
another turn of Inkmoth beats. Does he have a back to basics in his hand? I think I saw one.
Did you? Okay, because like I was noticing.
There's a lot of blue cards with.
He's got a lot of counters. He has 2 Forcibles and a Spell Pierce. It looks like.
That's maybe I mistook the Spell Pierce for back to basics.
So I hope he has back to basics. Stasis, I mean, isn't bad, but then he's going to end up having to, like, you could play Stasis here, but then Kyle's going to end up having to sack it because he doesn't have any way to untap his lands right now. So,
I don't think Stasis is a consideration right now.
No, I don't think you really can play Stasis. He does have a Stasis in hand. But, I mean, Kyle's got more than enough counters to play a counter battle, so I don't think he has to really worry about that. And right now, getting 1 poison a turn, that's not really doing anything. So Kyle can really play the waiting game here and just kind of sit back and wait. And Mangaro, I mean, Legacy definitely is more hardcore than Modern.
Modern is affordable Legacy, as it turns out.
Yeah, true, but yeah, I mean, we normally, again, if you guys go back and look at the other streams, like some of them we've got like 26 people playing.
Yeah.
But I think it's really a factor of the fact that it's final seasons and exams and everything like that, so it's just a little rough. But it looks like we got a Pendlehaven on that Inkmoth, so that's going to go up to. Kyle's gonna go up to 4 poison. So now he's still gotta worry about a little bit of stuff, but looks like that is a ancestral vision. He really, really, really wants to see a.
All right, I have a contest for our viewers. Okay.
Well, easy on the words contest.
I have a challenge.
All right.
Whoever can explain to me in the most eloquent way what is going on in the art of stasis gets some sort of recognition from me, because it's baffling.
So Mr. Ben Cohen, commentator for one night.
Yeah.
You get his recognition. It's very
baffling.
Good. It's very good.
It's unreal. None of it makes sense. I don't think the artist has ever come back to Magic. Look at that.
Okay,
what is happening?
So he is just going to play Stasis. So Kyle's got a couple things to work. Oh, wow. So Kyle's going to have to probably burn a force on this. Because...
You know, I was about to say, wow, that's really bad because he can pay for that Spell Pierce. But if he were to pay for that Spell Pierce,
Yeah, I mean,
basically counter stasis.
yeah, and Kyle's got plenty of land, so he's not particularly worried about that. And if you're Kyle, I think your opponent's now tapped out. I think you're safe to burn the force on top.
Uh-oh.
So he's going to spell pierce that himself. All right, which is still fine because Kyle still has the land to pay for the stasis on upkeep, and that's going to let him basically what he's trying to do here is just drag the game out in order to until he finds it back to basics and he gets to play that and say hashtag YOLO swag.
Some people can say that.
Yeah. What about saying what?
Hashtag YOLO swag.
Yeah, hashtag YOLO swag. Everybody can say hashtag YOLO swag. Just like if you're on Twitter. Hashtag
Gamergate.
Kyle just tied this game up only because of fetch lands. So I would like
exactly what he wants to be doing.
Yeah, no, fetch lands suck because of that. Too much damage. Gotta kill yourself. Hashtag fetch lands suck. Get it trending. Everybody's happy.
Don't get it trending.
Ken knows what I mean.
Don't get it trending.
Ken knows what I mean.
Don't do it.
No,
Stop.
You're wrong.
Okay.
So there was another.
Hashtag fetch lands suck. Down to 8.
All right. There's the land. So we're just.
So I think Kyle's very happy right
now. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Kyle is super happy right now. I mean, he's got another stasis, so he's gonna let this stasis die. Kyle's gonna go to 17 fetching this. He's probably gonna brainstorm at the end of the turn. And then we'll see what ends up happening.
As long as he keeps making land drops.
Tenacious has got it. Tenacious has got it. Mangaro, thank you for joining. You guys actually got to get on Twitter. It's like myself and like 3 other people. We're leading the charge on hashtag fetchland suck.
The problem is that it's just wrong.
It is wrong, a little bit.
Ooh, we got a hashtag mud sucks. What do you got to say about that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Jeffrey's all about some hashtag mud sucks. It's not the first time. I will get on hashtag blue sucks. Hashtag color sucks.
I can't get on.
I'm all about this. All right, so Kyle has to let Stasis die this turn, which is going to give Daniel a way to kind of get back into this. We're going to see. I mean, Kyle does have a fair number of counter spells and whatnot, so I don't know if how big of a deal it's going to be.
I don't think there's much way Kyle could die this turn, and then when he just if he gets attacked with both ink moths and jams them their stasis, I think he's in like an excellent position.
Oh, 100%. So
okay, what's going on here? He's using one ink moth to animate another ink moth.
Yep, which is fine. I mean, like I think he's trying to leave up stuff to be able
maybe
to.
a vine to the basswood.
Yeah. So let's see.
Become
immense. All right, so Kyle's got to do some shit to this. It's going to be very important how he sequences his spells. Kyle getting a 16 from this Force of Will. Let's see if Daniel has something, because Daniel has to have something here. And it almost looks like he doesn't. I mean,
Daze is blank. Spell Pierce is not blank.
Spell Pierce is fine, but I believe Kyle has something to kind of follow it up. So that's going to resolve. All right. And Daniel kind of tipped his hand saying that he does have something that he's probably saving for like Stasis next turn or something else that might kind of fuck him over.
Is that the last of Kyle's counter? I think there's a Flusterstorm in his name. I can't see. He's doing this
it's a Hydroblast, I believe. Or it might be a Flusterstorm.
He's doing this sort of...
I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Fidgety
it's something.
Motion.
There's Stasis, Keranos, Brainstorm,
Keranos?
something. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so here's the Vines of the Vastwood, which I think Kyle is fine with. It's not lethal. Vines of the Vastwood +4/+4, correct?
Brainstorm.
There's the days on the Brainstorm. So let's see if... all right, so... Okay, so he's going to go to 9 poison.
I think Daniel might be turning the... Oh, no, he did not.
No, he's not turning the corner here.
Yeah.
He's got no land. Kyle's going to drop another Stasis.
What is that at the end of his hand? I don't know what that is.
Is it Chain of Vapors? I'm not sure.
Well, we know he's we know he's playing Stasis Art. What non-Magic the Gathering players see when they're watching Magic the Gathering? That's pretty good.
I like that. I like that. Yep. So there's a stasis. So.
Oh, we might be seeing the Kara
So
father coming down.
Karanos is coming down this turn.
The god of lightning.
Karanos.
Storms.
Alright, so. Alright, now
Quick play,
Contagion Clasp. He's got
Quick.
enough. He's got enough mana. Sometimes you got to go for it. So. Alright, is that a Glistener Elf? Oh, that's a promo Glistener Elf.
Uh-oh, what's happening now? What? Now he can't pay for stasis. Why did he do that?
No, I think he's going to be untapping some permanents here. Yeah,
Wow.
that's what's. He's going to repeal that back to his hand, giving him. So basically, he's going to have an untapped step.
Oh, he's chain vaporing his own.
Yeah.
Thing. Okay.
And then he's going to go back. Well, so yeah, he's putting that up to his hand, and then he's going to sacrifice a land, giving himself an untapped step. Karanos is going to flip. It's going to do some work. All right. So yeah, this is a fine play. So there was a chance.
I got confused for a second.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. All right. So then we're going to see. Let's see. So
Karanos says you reveal the first card you draw on each of your turns, I believe.
Yeah, on each of your turns. So
yeah, and if it's a land, you draw another card, and if it's a non-land, you bolt someone.
Yep. So did he? Was it a land or a non-land?
He flipped a volcanic to his.
Okay.
Karanos.
All right, and so we're gonna see Daniel go down to 19 here. So this is really interesting. So, or 17, excuse me. Kyle going YOLO. Kyle going YOLO. But YOLO swag hashtag. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I don't know what Daniel's got main board that really gets him out of this. Like
even Karanos just seems bad for him.
I
He
mean,
can't play
yeah.
out of his non-Inkmoth infectors.
Yeah, I mean, any creature that he plays is going to be more than likely killed unless he has an Invigorate.
I don't think that's true, Grant Fly. I think only the controller of the permanent that's being bounced can sacrifice a land.
Nope.
It's anyone?
Yep, Daniel 100% could have done
Okay.
it. So
that is a promo Glistener Elf, if I'm not mistaken, being
yeah.
invigorated.
Yeah. So, all right, in response to the Karanos trigger, Daniel is invigorating. But Kyle's just going to instead send that bolt to there because I think Daniel was a little hasty there. Kyle's trying to figure out if he's got any sort of way out of this.
I think it'll gain Kyle 4 life if you do not mark.
Oh, he had another Force of Will. Wow.
Hard casted, too.
Yep, so then Kyle's going to have to pay that. He's going to have that. Kyle's completely tapped out.
Don't untap.
Kyle's
not allowed to do that.
Kyle's going to have to sacrifice a... there's a Jace. He's got to sacrifice Stasis here. Daniel gets an untap step. Oh, wow. All right.
What happened?
This is done. So Daniel would have gotten an untap step. He would have been able to swing over with pretty much anything. So...
He stasis himself.
Oh, the controller of the bounce permanent can...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so it is just the controller of the bounce permanent.
I'm right, as usual.
Jesus Christ, Ben. Wow. Wow. Volcanic Island, thank you for putting this up there. Or for straightening this out. Ben, god damn it.
I'm right as
well, I mean, to be fair, I'm wrong like 90% of the time. And I expect that. But
well, you got a
Ben, you drag this down to be
hashtag Mark Bueller.
Fuck yeah. It's true. I don't pretend to know things. Except that's a card old enough that Randy Bueller Randy Bueller would actually know that card.
To be right about most things. That is not something he's known for.
Yeah. Well, no, he knows his vintage and legacy.
He knows it.
And
well,
and Chain of Vapor is a card that sees play in this
that's
format.
True.
Like, I mean, he just doesn't necessarily know the most recent cards.
That's right.
I mean, like, he is a Hall of Famer. He just he just knows the cards of his generation, his day, more or less. So, like, I mean, he's still a very talented Magic player. He knows what the hell he's doing. It's just a matter of
he's a very knowledgeable guy.
Yeah, but yeah. So, like, for
his
me,
restraint with making, like calls about things, like, like saying what the correct play is. He's not always restrained enough, I think. But that's just a matter of opinion.
But I don't know. I'm reading chat. Volcanic Island defending Bueller. Jeffrey shooting him down.
Randy Bueller is terrible.
I disagree. I mean,
you know,
I think
he has his good days and he has his
he
bad
knows.
days.
Yeah, I mean, he knows his formats, or well, he knows his like the 2 formats that he specializes in.
I thought Vintage Super League was awesome.
Yeah, and I mean,
loved watching Vintage Super League.
I would argue there's probably not too many more people better at like vintage or knowledge of the format than
That's a
that
good way to
man.
put it, Volcanic. He's prone to hyperbole. That is a good. That is what I was trying to say.
He does a lot of guessing. So do I. But I also preface that, and I'm not.
Like a scientist.
I'm also not a Hall of Famer.
That's true.
Unless you guys want to vote me in,
You can't.
I'll do that.
You
We
can't.
can. They all just have to get employed at Wizards, and then they have to assign me a number of lifetime pro points. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along. Again, a lot of guessing that I'm doing. A lot of guessing.
I hate the cover team for once Ben Stark got me through it. Ben Stark is a great commentator. The problem is that he plays in a lot of events he would be commentating.
Yeah, that's very true.
And like the fact that Randy's so like readily available to commentate since his wife works at Worlds and can play, or not Worlds, at Wizards and can play Sanctuary Magic. He's certainly a good guy to be on the coverage team.
Randy can't play Sanctuary Magic?
No, his wife.
Family members of Wizards can't play? Oh, that sucks. Oh, now I dream of having. Well, actually, I don't really play that much Magic anymore, other than Moto.
What do you do on Moto? What's your
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I play a lot of Mud on Moto.
Moto Mud?
I've been playing a lot of Ascendancy and Modern. And mostly I just brew because I get to do silly things and it's fun.
Yeah, some cards are like dirt cheap online that are not dirt cheap.
Yeah, and that's kind of like I sold most of my physical card collection. Like I've still got a chunk of cards. But I used to have a collection. Like most of Kyle's collection came from I shouldn't say most, but I would argue about 50% of Kyle's collection came from me originally. When I got out of it, he bought a large chunk of it, and then I sold a lot of it to Card Market as well.
Was this before or after V4?
V4?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The new update? The new
I started playing before.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about like some major event, which I guess it technically is a major event.
It is a cataclysmic event. All right, let's look at some
people
Stasis.
are making bigger deals of it.
I haven't thought it so bad.
No.
My roommates and I, or not my roommates, some of my friends who live in the same dorm as me, we have a big TV, and we all hook up my laptop and draft on the big screen, which is a lot of fun. So I haven't found Moto to be like unplayable, but
yeah.
All right, we've got some legacy to watch.
Yeah. So there's he's at 198 now. No, Daniel down to 19 off of that Wooded Foothills crack. So we'll see. Wizards of the Coast won't even let you have roommates apparently. No, I don't believe that.
Who is Melissa?
I think they're Melissa Del Toro. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Oh, she and Frank Lepore are an item now. You know that? Yeah.
I did not know that. Well, look at that. That's always fun. So
that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, and Daniel gonna play a Noble Hierarch. Then pass the turn back. Kyle not really caring about the Noble Hierarch. He's gonna double fetch here. He's gonna go down to 18 off of this. His life total not mattering a ton because he's playing against Infect. And he's playing against Infect.
Yeah.
Infect not caring too terribly much.
I don't know. We've got the Noble Hierarch out.
Yeah.
Boom. Get the beats in.
You could live with a cardboard cutout of Mark Rosewater.
Guys, Mark Rosewater.
I almost want to get a Mark Rosewater cutout just for the stream, and just like put him in the background, and like cut out the eyes and the mouth, and just have like do it like Goonie style. And so it's just like a tongue coming out of there. I like this. So Kyle gonna attempt to play Meddling Mage. Daniel's gonna daze that in a heartbeat.
What do you think he would have named with Meddling Mage had it resolved?
I gotta imagine.
We got some inappropriate things going on.
Zerk, maybe? Right, I'm not even sure. Oh wow! Come on, guys! Come on, guys! Classies.
Hey, you guys!
But
what would he have named?
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't know what you would name like a meddling mage against.
Invigorate, become a man. I mean, like you probably name one of the creatures, so you Glistener Elf or something. Jeez,
Propaganda.
Daniel got the mono days draw apparently. Propaganda would have been huge.
I don't know. Kyle, it's a Pyroclasm. I think you'd rather have this Pyroclasm.
Yeah, but I mean, this still. I mean, sure. He also doesn't have a mountain right now.
That's true.
And
Propaganda is insane in this matchup.
No, I mean it's absolutely amazing. Kyle just didn't have any way
to... That's 2
to
Infect, thanks to...
Really... Oh, that's true.
Fireworks.
Assuming that he got his trigger, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Kyle's just going to have to play Stasis here and wait to draw into some stuff. Oh, jeez, my God. Daniel just having nothing but counter spells. Wow, this is rough.
I don't know.
Rough. Roughity rough.
If...
No, Kyle is not going to be happy after this.
I don't know. He's a Chain of Vapor to, I guess, Fog for a turn.
Yeah, I mean,
he's certainly not dead by any stretch. And Daniel has missed some land drops, which is something.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's missed land drops. He's just been dazing every turn, so he's just
that's true.
Playing, yeah.
Ooh, Caracas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
think there's anything for Caracas. Maybe if Karanos gets turned on. Ooh, that's an interaction we could see.
So that's
You're dead.
That's a figure 8. Looks like Kyle's just going to take it, though.
Kyle's going to 8 poison.
Yeah. All right. So... Oh, well, I guess he's not yet. Not yet, I guess I should say. He's just gaining the 4 life. So Kyle going up to 22.
Ooh, you're dead.
Well, maybe not, because now
Chain of Vapor.
Now
this
he
is
chains
great,
vapors.
actually.
Because I mean, like, how much more counter magic can Daniel actually
Daniel has
have?
2 cards in his hand.
So Kyle's like, please, for the love of God, let this resolve.
Neither, and they both. It has to be counter magic too, because it's a very high possibility that it's pump spells.
It could be Chain of Vapor. I mean, it could be Finds of Vestwood. Finds of Vestwood to get him out of there too. But all right, no, that's just gonna resolve. He's gonna have to replay the Blighted Agent. Kyle's like, all right, cool.
That was a pretty nice.
Oh, and there's the red.
Boom.
There's the red. He knows He knows the coast is clear.
What do you play? Look, he's flipping the Pyroclasm and Ralzar back and forth.
Ooh, he can play Ralzar, can he? Maybe. I think you just want to wipe the board, and then have a
2 for 1s.
Have a go for
2
it.
2 for 1s and maybe bluff the that you drew a Spell Pierce or something, or.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, kind of getting down to 25 though. Again, life total mattering almost nothing in this matchup.
No. Same with the modern matchup from. I play a lot of Control and Pod in modern.
Is Infect big in modern?
It used to be. It's certainly on the decline now that cheap red decks are on the rise because Bolt is just such an efficient removal spell in modern. Anyway, Pyroclasm resolves.
From Kyle, getting rid of that Noble Hierarch and the...
I like that better than Ralzaric because I think Ralzaric goes down to 1 if you Lightning Bolt with him. And then the Hierarch could come in and...
So here, I think, I agree with this. Playing Jace first, because if Kyle finds a Stasis and a land in in his top 3, then he can Ralzaric, play Stasis, have an untapped land, and then he's just going to take over the game.
Yeah.
More than likely. But so we'll have to see. I mean, Kyle's only at 2 poison. So that's a force of will. Kyle's gonna have to decide.
Kyle's going upstairs. With
and he's keeping it. Oh, and he's fetching it away.
Here's the mind game I like to play.
Oh, I mean,
some
that's
people
a great
say
mind
you
game.
always put it on top when they have a fetch land.
Yeah.
Some people say you always tuck it.
Yeah. No, I am in the camp of leave it on top, unless it's something that is going to cause you to lose the game immediately. I think it's worth leaving on top. If it's something that's going to cause you to lose the game immediately, it's probably not worth taking the gamble to leave it on top.
There are very few things that fall in that category right now.
Handjob City, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Oh, that's what it's saying. Class A at Handjob City. Okay. All right. I misread that. Did not actually see that. All right.
No, I think we'll take whoever we can get.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think about the +2 instead of the Brainstorm on Jace?
I'm fine with that because Kyle knows that he's got a couple things that he has to worry about. Yeah, we're gonna see.
Oh, so it goes down to 2, not 1, as I
Yeah.
thought with.
So Jace is probably gonna go tick back up. Yeah.
Okay. What was that?
I think that's just a land.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we might actually see Kyle pull this out, which would be great because if I was about to say Daniel has to lay a creature this turn. Well, no, even then because Jace just bounces.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's kind of in the full lock because he can bolt whatever he wants with Ralzeric.
Well, Ralzeric needed to tick up 1 turn in order to be able to
It's a
just kill itself.
It's a -2, but so if he wanted to, he had multiple ways to deal
he
with
could have
that
bounced
stuff.
and then ticked up, and then he would have been fine. But we're gonna go to game 3. I'm excited. I like Stasis. I want to see it continue to do well, because that means Kyle will bring it back.
Any deck that plays Ralzeric and Keranos in the main deck, I can get.
Yeah, Keranos is just awesome though. I think Kyle is turned on. We saw him on stream once turn on Keranos, which was absolutely great. Because
that's what I was talking about. Caracas. I didn't think it had any interaction with Kyle's deck, but he could bounce a turned on Keranos.
Yeah, but I mean, Kyle also has to be aware of that. So I mean, like, he's probably going to play around it because I mean, turning on Keranos is not the easiest thing to do.
No.
For his deck, but it's definitely possible. There, he would have been what one mana symbol short because he had 2 from Ralzeric, 2 from Jace, 2 from Keranos. So then Kyle has to kind of. But at that point, you're probably winning. If you have an active Jace, Ralzeric, and a Keranos, and your opponent has nothing going on board, you're probably won that game.
Okay, we're already back. I don't think they decided to do any more sideboarding.
No, I think whatever they.
I don't think either of them is very prepared for the other person. I don't think Stasis is gunning for Infect.
I think Kyle's fine because I mean.
No, I mean in sideboard slots.
I mean not specifically for Infect, but I mean he does have a lot of like creature type stuff. It looks like he's got a very very similar hand to what
if it goes like it did last time, where he can just interact with his early stuff and then take over the late game with the Jace or with a Ralzeric or with a Keranos.
Defective Soldier, thank you for following, much appreciated as well. Let's see, it's amazing we get so many more followers when we're doing a giveaway. It's funny little thingy. Just putting that out there.
What I've noticed about being in college, people go to events when there's free food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean 100%.
Yeah.
So. But it should be good. So we're gonna see a turn 1. This is exactly like game 1.
All right, we've got a mirror match of game 2.
So, or game 2, excuse me. This is a little different though. Inkmoth Nexus, thank you for following, much appreciated.
Inkmoth Nexus, topical.
Yeah. So this is Kyle needs a final Pyroclasm.
Does he need to find a Pyroclasm? I don't know.
Heavy Artillery, thank you for following. Again, much appreciated.
I guess we do have a contest going with my contest to see who can come up with the best Stasis art description.
I don't know. God, who was that had like a pretty good?
Yeah, he's winning so far with the person who said that it's.
Let's see.
That was what people who don't play Magic see when they're playing it when they're looking at people play Magic. That's pretty accurate.
God, who was that?
You see like a ghost and a scale and a paint thing and.
Yeah, it happens. But it looks like Kyle doesn't have.
What do you name here? Okay, I don't think that he even cares.
No, I don't think he cares about losing that. Which is fine. I mean, so he's got to be a little worried though because Inkmoth is swinging for 4 just by itself.
Yep.
But are we dropping frames? Nope. All right, chat just shit it out on us. Thank you, Twitch. Daniel's going to try to go ahead and brainstorm here. Going to try to find some stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Kyle really wants that Pyroclasm.
Do you know how many he plays?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's 2 in the board. See, because like he's got a Propaganda in hand, but that doesn't really do anything here just because he's got so many Noble Hierarchs.
Normally be
awesome. Yeah, I completely agree.
It turns off. Basically, it reads turn off all pump spells except for the free ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof. This is rough. Roughity rough. There's an Invigorate that's 8.
He could be dead.
I don't know if Kyle's got a counterspell.
He could be dead.
I
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
We've seen Infect take 2 games in turn.
Yeah, that was.
When your opponent doesn't have counter magic, Infect is the deck to be playing.
Yeah, that was pretty fast.
All right, should I see if we can get another match?
Go ahead and run up there. I'll bring it back to the booth. We'll be good to go. How many Riptide Pilferers are in Kyle's deck?
30.
I'm not quite sure, in all honesty. I know he just bought a bunch of foil ones, so I know he has 4 foil now, and he likes to run 3 in his decks. So maybe a few. I don't know if he's running any here though. So, all right, guys. Now, unless somebody has a very strong inclination to a particular deck that we talked about earlier, I'm just going to go ahead and put the 2-0s on camera after this round. Since again it's a short stream tonight, everybody's gone for the holidays. Nobody likes us. Well, holidays and weather and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're only at 3 rounds tonight. I definitely apologize, guys. But we will be back at on Wednesday for some Modern, and then Thursday again for some Legacy. Thursday turnout should be a fair bit better, because I know a good chunk of people that aren't here tonight were just out doing other stuff. Defective Soldier, we are in Chicago, so if you are anywhere in the area, you're more than welcome to come. We play Legacy on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays 7 o'clock at Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo, and 7 o'clock Central Time. And on Thursdays, we're Legacy 7:30 Central Time from MTG Card Market. And then on Wednesdays, we do Modern from MTG Card Market, again at 7:30. Spike Mode votes for some swag. I agree. It's never a bad thing. And then Stupid Kitty Cat, I agree. Manaless Dredge. Actually, no, I don't. I hate that deck. Hate that deck with a passion. Both the guy using... Yeah, I mean, Infect won. Infect won. And we don't have any miracles tonight. I mean, like, Nick, our resident Miracles player, didn't come tonight. Kevin, I saw him on Friday. He's not here tonight. He's normally the Dredge player. Lots of different stuff. Lots of different stuff. We don't do F&M yet. You can, if you're really interested, harass Sydney, who's in chat. He was talking about being willing. Him and Ryan, who do the commentary on Wednesday, were willing to branch out for another day. So if we can, then that'll be probably standard on Friday nights for F&M. So again, harass Sydney, and we'll do that. But if we get anybody else or no?
Unfortunately not.
Is everybody else done?
Matches are already in game 3.
Okay, fair enough. Then we'll be done. Mangaro, I keep trying to get people to play my mud deck, and then nobody does.
Ooh, I will.
So, yeah, you know, it happens. Oh, you will? All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get you out here. We'll get you come back.
I'll play any deck.
All right, Thursday.
Especially any deck that
Show up
activates
Thursday.
Kadolfa Forge Master.
Show up Thursday.
Okay.
I'll have it. I'll have it. All right, we got mud on Thursday, guys. Ben's got to show up. As long as he shows up, we'll have mud on Thursday. Done. Done. So that should be good. So then, I mean, Legacy Mud is poop. Jeffrey is just a hater. Hater. Me hate. He's gonna hate on you. Hate. He's gonna hate on you. Hate. All right. But all right. So then, I guess we're just gonna be waiting for the next round. And like I said, we're gonna put
both of our matches of Blue Red Delver versus Maverick and Death in Texas, respectfully, are on game 3.
Are they? Okay. So it's probably gonna be a Blue Red Delver versus
something.
Yeah.
Maybe our both of our white decks could.
Well, wait. Are they? Is it Blue Red Delver versus Maverick and Blue Red Delver versus Death in Texas? Okay. So as long as both the Blue Red Delver players don't
Well,
win.
I think one of the Blue Red Delver players took a loss first round, and one is.
Oh, okay.
Took
Okay, so we don't actually know what the the 2-0s are going to be.
Greg and the Gregs are battling right now.
Are they? They are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're not going to have that.
Mm-hmm.
So then Greg won. So then we're either going to so it's either going to be Maverick or Blue Red Delver as one of the 2 decks in the top in the I guess in the top tier. And then we just don't know what our other mystery deck's going to be.
Maverick took down an open just a week or so ago.
Yeah, I mean, and Pino's a really good player, so yeah, that's not surprising at all. That Greg mirror match has been happening more and more lately. But I will let you. How about you talk about? You don't have any stripes on your shirt, so I can't ask you about that.
Right.
Name the 21 flavors that are in Dr. Pepper. While I go make sure we get that. Set the next matchup.
All right, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to talk about some other stuff.
Hey! Gotta do question.
Okay.
21 flavors.
I'll do it.
Dr. Pepper.
Right when you leave,
I do not believe you. Don't believe you at all. Fair enough. There's no dead air.
Okay, no dead air. Here we go. I'm not gonna do that. He's gone. I'm not gonna do that. All right. Let me check out the chat while Mark, can I play Defense of the Heart this Thursday? There are multiple mud decks. I run stacks. Main deck containment first. Did McDarby's? I didn't get to see a list. I only got to see him play. I caught on and off, but I didn't know there were main deck containment priests. Guess that was a pretty sweet meta call. Is anyone playing Greg Hatch's Artificer's Intuition deck? Not here. If someone gave me a copy, I'd play that all the time. If anyone, Greg Hedge is the nut. If anyone has a minute, they should look at his deck tech, because obviously with the SCG infrastructure, they set it up, you know, very organizationally. They had everything laid out, and throughout the deck tech, he just starts throwing things around, and he's just like a mad scientist with the cards. Ah!
I'll throw stuff around. Done. Ben, see, this is what you make me have to do in order to feel like I can be myself. You're too. How many? So list me out the 21 flavors.
I named 8 of them, and I couldn't think of any more.
I don't believe that you actually named any of them.
Well, you'll have to check the tape.
Oh God! Did you guys see the amazing match at GP Baltimore? I haven't actually gotten. I was busy at work today, so I didn't go back and watch any of the coverage.
I saw a few matches of GP Baltimore. I always check out stuff that was going on over the weekend, but I'm not sure which match you're talking about specifically.
Yeah, there might have been some matches. Yeah, so I guess Detective, which match were you talking about?
Ooh, Cook the 4th was at GP.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's they tested for their L2 and they got it.
Oh, sweet! Congratulations.
Benghazi. There we go. That's a topic for the stream. Benghazi.
How we talk about sealed deck?
Sealed deck?
That was the format of GP Baltimore.
Yeah. So.
It's a hard format.
No.
Sealed.
Nah.
What?
Nah. You just go blah 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 blue blue blue. Seed Rhino. That's right.
Is that what you do?
Yep. Trust me.
I guess it's
I'm a
easier than I
limited
thought.
master. I'm a limited master. All right. You sit down.
Finkel is at GP Baltimore.
You go blee blah blee blah blue. Finkel's at GB Baltimore. All right. Oh, the finals. All right. No. I have to go back and watch.
In the finals. This is actually a cool story. Especially with all the kind of scandalous things that have been going on with like cheating and all sorts of nonsense. Gerard Fabiano was in the finals, and
was he? I love Gerard.
Yeah, and he actually ended up taking it down, and he so what happened was, I guess he made his opponent, or something happened where he made a play mistake, or someone made a play mistake that ended up being in his favor. And if that mistake hadn't happened, his opponent would have won. And then so he called the judge. He said, "Judge, we made this mistake. My opponent should have won." But the judge said, gone too far. We can't rewind at this point. And Gerard Fabiano was like, that's bullshit. He should have won. I'm going to concede this game. So Gerard Fabiano, out of the goodness of his heart, just
Jeez.
in the finals of a GP, was like, I do not deserve this game. We both made a mistake. Here you go. Still won the GP.
Good guy, Gerard.
Good guy, Gerard.
Good guy, Gerard. Wow, that's pretty awesome.
And that is so good for the community because of, you know,
Well,
I'm sure a lot of people were a little shaken by all this cheating nonsense that's been going around.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, like, that's honestly just really, really, I guess, impressive. I can't say that, well, especially because you see some other, like, pros and whatnot, you see some other pros and whatnot that actually, like, end up, or, like, not even pros, but, like, just a lot of players that end up, like, rules jockeying.
Ari Lex is known as, you know, one of these very, I don't want to say tight ass, because that's not what he's very
whispering.
strict.
Okay.
He's very strict about the rules. And as you should when money is on the line, but I guess Gerard, you know, figured that he didn't deserve the game, and I don't think he would have felt good winning the GP off of the, you know, off the back of something like that.
Yeah. To be fair, he was dead anyway. Game 2.
You know, that's why he conceded.
All right. Yeah. So he got game 3. He conceded. Gerard gained life on a Sultai flare, dying. While there was an okay, because it never would have hit the graveyard.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Then okay. All right. Well, then that's
regardless.
But it doesn't seem to
regardless of the specifics, he conceded a game prematurely that he might have been able to win because he felt like his opponent deserved the win more than he did.
Oh, all right. See now. Damn it, Ben. Not only are you actually calling magic plays, but now you're actually doing something that's terrible.
What?
And structuring the story to make it sound like Gerard is doing things better. They were saying that he was dead on board when he conceded anyway. So it's not like you actually would have changed the fate of the game. So you preface this with that Gerard won the game and
6-1.
But we conceded 6-1. No, sir. No, you're a half a dozen. Almost half a dozen. You're half a dozen. How about that? Bam.
We got our players drawing their 7th.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, better do your thing. I have no idea. Okay.
What are we calling this deck? Rhino Maverick?
Yeah, Rhino Maverick. That's what I called it on Facebook.
Get the Scottish. All right, we're underway.
Rhino does real good work against Blue Red Delver.
It does.
It does.
Can Blue Red? I guess Double Bolt does it, but
I mean, Blue Red Delver just doesn't have too many answers. In that kind of situation, it's just like if you get any sort of like
to an X4 or an X5.
Yeah.
How about a Mother of Runes Siege right now?
That's probably unbeatable for them. I mean, like it's the same thing. Like if you just get if you get out a like a Batter Skull or a Worm Coil or anything big like that against them, they can't really do stuff. Dan might be tanking here whether or not to get rid of the Mother of Runes. The answer is yes. You in fact do get rid of the Mother of Runes. You get that off the table as fast as you can.
Bolt the Bird and Bolt the Mom are, I think, 2 rules every Magic player should live by.
Fair enough. The 2 types of players that John Finkel's in the All right, cool. You keep commentating. What are they doing? Shuffling. Greg's at 18. Jeez, you could have told me that. Why didn't you tell me that?
I was working.
Ben, come on. See, look. See, now I've caught you off guard. You're off balance.
I like Greg's basics.
And there you are. Now you're back.
Yeah.
You're a bastard. All right, and so that's a Thalia.
Also a big problem.
That's going to get forced. We're going to go down to 19.
I think Greg's happy with that.
Yeah, I don't think Greg is too upset. It looks like he's got a Gaddock Teeg in hand. Not that that's going to do a ton. But he's got a Gaddock Teeg. It looks like he had a sort of Fire and Ice in hand.
Well, it's good that Dan forced that then, because he forced with a Gaddock Teeg out as a blank card. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Greg is at 17 from the fork bolt.
Oh, thank you guys. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, sweet. Thank you, Grant Fly. Much appreciated. Yeah, no, everything I've heard about Gerard Fabiano has been positive.
Yeah.
I've never heard like scumbag Fabiano
Definitely.
type meme. All right, so
It's not that Ari Lax is like a.
all right, so wait a second. Did Dan casting this ponder? I think Pino's saying that did Pino see? Okay, Pino must have saw an extra card off the top of his deck, so Pino stopped the match and then called a judge over. Chuck's just having them shuffle
Good
it
guy,
away.
Greg Pino.
Yeah.
I
mean, Greg Pino's a very honest player as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything goes awry, he
I really like
steps
playing
out of his
against
way.
him. He's he really knows how to play, and he's also like a very, I don't want to say like he's easy to play against if that makes any sense. He makes being his opponent a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same token, if you make a rules violation against Pino, then he will 100% call you out on that as well.
That's fair.
So we see another Thalia by Dan, another Thalia being played by Greg, and another Force of Will in response by Dan, countering that. Dan's going to go down to 18 from that. Dan finally finds another land, so let's see if this actually gets some stuff going. There's a Swift Spirit. He's just going to get in from 1. Pino's going to slide down to 16, and then it's just a pass of a turn.
This is the power of Blue Red Delver. It can just force a bunch of stuff. It's a shame that he didn't have that Swiss Spear on turn 1 and could be getting all his beats in, but like cheap threats and a lot of disruption is what makes it so good.
Yeah. So that was another fetch. Greg's going to go down to, look at this. Greg taking all this damage. Did he need to?
Your job difficult.
No, he's not. Yeah. Hashtag
Knight
fetch
of
lanes suck.
the Reliquary.
Get it done. That's a big night right now. Is a 5/5?
I think it's
yeah, there's 3 lands.
There's 3.
3. So Dan's going to fetch that Flooded Strain. He's going to go down to 17. Yeah, so, yeah, Knight's a 5/5 right now. What's the...
Now, and if Dan doesn't deal with this right now, I don't think he can deal with it at all. If he fetches an island, it means he can't deal with it. Probably ever, because it'll take double bolt or at least a 2-for-1 in Greg's favor to get rid of this Knight.
Yeah. I mean, if that, he's got another fetch. Yeah, so that's going to put him up to 6. He could fetch for... Okay, so no, yeah, he does have to go bolt right now. If he lets it go past this turn, he's not going to kill.
He fetched out an island, which means I think this Knight is sticking around for a while.
Nah, he can totally go bolt. Trust me. Wink.
Ooh, well, he has a young Pyromancer in his hand. That's a way of dealing with Knight. In a way I didn't really think of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It deals with Knight.
It didn't follow up with a spell, so...
I mean, it deals with Knight swinging in,
yeah,
but not really Knight fetching up different lands. Now, we saw a deck tech from Pino come last Monday? Or last Thursday, excuse me. Last Thursday we saw a deck tech from him, and he wasn't really doing anything too crazy with his...
I know he has a Bajuka Bog.
He does.
He's got a Caracas.
But that was all in his board. None of that was main deck. So, like...
Well, in his main, he's at least got a Caracas and a Wasteland as utility lands to fetch up. I don't think either of which he's going to be getting in this matchup.
But Greg's...
he could consider the Wasteland because Dan
has
shown that he doesn't have a second red source.
And just getting him down to...
yeah,
that's pretty rough.
Yep,
I think that's what's happening. So... Alright, so he's going to go up to a 7/7 here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Nope, he's going up to 8/8.
And Greg Wastelands.
That is a...
proving that I'm right, like, almost 100% of the time.
Almost 100% of the time?
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. And there's this... Oh, wow. And there's a Swords to Plowshare on that young PZ.
I think this game is well out of date.
Yeah. I don't... Yeah.
And it's not even that, like, Gaddock Teague is locking him down, or, like, he's just got no red... Yeah, I mean, Greg's like, alright, I'll take your...
one point of damage.
I mean, might as well. He's not blocking with it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
well,
brainstorming.
and there's
All
a
right, he's getting in for 2, I guess.
yeah. All right, so Greg's at 13. Greg's like whoop-de-de-doop-de-doop.
Greg does not care.
Yeah.
That opens up Gaddock to start getting in if he chooses to do so. I think we might see Dan even scoop in the next couple turns.
Yeah, I mean, there's very little he can do here. I mean, he had to have found off that brainstorm. He had to found land and creature. So it looks well. He's got one component of that.
What is that? What is that? He has a Pyroblast in his hand, I think.
Yeah, that's not going to do anything
Well,
at
he
all in
can
this
cast
matchup.
it. He can cast it as a buff to Swiftspear.
Sure.
So it's not literally blank.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's oh, jeez.
Yuck.
That's a sword. I think Greg's just gonna go ahead and swing in for 8 here. Like, there's.
I don't even know what he'd want to search up with his.
Yeah,
Now that it's out of double bolt range, I think you're free to.
I mean, I think you just swing for 10 and then you have him dead so many different ways next turn. Like, because you just put the sword on Gaddock and then Gaddock lethal and Knight's both lethal. So that's gonna put, yeah. So this is gonna put Dan down to 7. That's that is what we call a swing.
Literally.
Yeah. Can't complain too much. All right, so there is what is
That is a volcanic island.
is it?
Yeah.
All right, that's a weird volcanic island. That is. Ugh, I don't like that. I mean, it is. I think there's supposed to be waves on the side. I think that's what's going on because you can see the mountain, you can see the smoke, and it looks like it's supposed to be like erupting. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I think altars are cool. It lets people express themselves through their deck, and
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd alter Volcanic Island specifically.
I mean,
if I owned any.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with altering like your duels and whatnot. I'm just saying like that.
Our mutual friend John Faba altered my Riku of True Reflections for my EDH deck, and it is beautiful.
Oh, so. John Faba. If anybody, I'll go and put this out there. If anybody wants some alters, Faba is insanely good.
Yeah.
Contact us. We'll get you guys in touch with Faba.
He did a pretty sweet cycle of the Corset Titans as Teen Titans, which I thought was pretty cool. And Dan scooped him up.
I imagine Dan scooped it up, right? So, yeah, Mangaro, that was Jocko. Jason Jocko.
He has some beautiful decks.
Yeah, he sends his off to a guy, I believe in China, that he met. But no, yeah, Faba is very, very good at altars. And he did the altar to learns that we saw on stream a couple weeks back. But yeah, if I'll go ahead and rep him because he really is just that damn good. If anybody is in need of altars, let us know. We'll get you in touch with Faba, and good things will happen. Do you want to just go, like, I don't know how Greg could have lost there, but it was a little unclear.
No, I think Dan said, I think I'm dead, and Greg scooped him up.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, okay. So maybe they're talking about somebody else.
No, they're talking about Fabs.
No, they're Philip Schrodinger's right there. You see, yes. Yeah, I'll try to get a link. I'll put it up on the Facebook. And then yeah, so that's I'll definitely do that because I think Faba needs the exposure. He's not.
Yeah, he does.
He's not super confident.
No,
either,
he's not.
But like, I mean, they're stupidly good.
He did a Karametra that was just like with these Raito lanterns going around. It was really.
Well, that he does it well, and he's also very cognizant of the fact that he can't really add too much width to the cards.
Yeah.
So Kyle's really can't tell it bleeds out anywhere else because he's very good at just extending the artwork. So really the only part that he's adding to is kind of like around the border. But yeah, no. So we'll definitely.
He did some Adventure Time altars for a friend and they turned out really well. He's really happy with those.
And Detective Soldier, or Defective Soldier, opening 15 booster boxes next week. Why would you need to open up 15 booster boxes next week?
5 Journey, 5 M15, and 5 Cons.
Jeez, that is a lot of
Please
boosters.
draft them, please.
But you also could just take all the packs left over at that point and like Scrooge McDuck them. So like
Put 'em in a bathtub.
get a kiddie
There
pool.
was a picture. There's a picture of someone who worked in hotel like services, you know, like as a custodian or whatever. And they posted a picture of this is what I was left with, and it was just a bathtub full of.
Oh yeah, it was right. It was from
Yeah.
GP New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then False Moo, you ask what the basis of these decks are. So Dan Johnson's deck, he's going to play a card called Delver of Secrets, which if an instance or sorcery is revealed at the top before during their upkeep as a trigger on the card, it flips to become something called Insectile Aberration, which is then a 3/2 with a flyer. So basically, he sits behind that. Beats with counter magic and burn. He's also got a couple other creatures, one being Swift Spear, that every time you play a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1, which goes really nicely with his counters and burn. And then he's also got another card called Young Pyromancer or Young Peasy.
Young Peasy.
And every time you play an instant or sorcery, you're making a 1/1 token. So basically, he's using those 3 creatures and then the burn and the counter spells to try to tempo his opponents out, burn them out, do whatever he can. Pino's deck, on the other hand, is very much a creature deck. He's playing all sorts of different creatures. He's really in there for just straight beatdowns. He doesn't even, he doesn't have, he doesn't even have a lot of disruption.
Well, all of his creatures offers his other creatures a protection of some
Well,
sort.
protection, but I wouldn't say like...
I guess they disrupt what their opponent is trying to do to them. Like, like Mother of Runes gives all of his other creatures protection from stuff. Knight of the Reliquary searches out the lands he might need and gets really large. Siege Rhino is obviously just a big hoofer. What else does he have? He's got Thalias, which make it difficult for your opponent to cast the removal. It taxes them for casting the removal. So all of his stuff, like, I don't know, makes it more difficult for his opponent to interact with his creatures, and then his creatures are very efficient.
Oh, done.
Yep.
Oh, man. And apparently Defective Soldier, just really lucky. They said that he's just getting, for Christmas, he's getting the 15 bucks. Or they, I guess.
I don't think for... why don't you just buy like a legacy deck?
Well, they were saying they don't know how to play legacy.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I guess opening packs and like building your own decks is a good way to get started.
Yeah, if nothing else, they'll have an amazing collection of. Yeah. They'll probably have a play set of each one of those sets.
You're gonna have a nice trade binder, which is important.
Very much so. And they'll be able to open up the fetches from the newest set, which will actually give them a little bit of a footing in Legacy and in Modern.
Yep.
But Dan's going to lead off with a Blooded Strand there. He's going to go to 19. Cuckoo-ca-choo! I had to get that out.
Okay, Dan's playing correctly with the checklist card.
Yes. Well, I mean, you can have, if you're as long as your sleeves aren't opaque, you're fine.
If you're a barbarian.
Jesus. You got some opinions, don't you, Ben?
Oh, I do. And they're all correct, so...
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't...
like...
Straight asshole. Straight asshole.
I've just seen, like, people have the 4 sleeves in their deck that are just destroyed from taking the Delver in and out, which is...
Well, yeah. I mean, true. And, I mean, checklist cards let you do some like, fun things. I've seen some really cool altered check cards.
Ooh, one of my favorite alters I've ever seen, speaking of alters, is a Delver that on the front is a Clark Kent and on the back was Superman.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen that. So that was pretty cool. But so Pino went ahead and cracked his fetch, played a Savannah, and then played a Deathrite Shaman, then passed the turn back to Dan. Dan gonna go ahead and crack that Steam... Gee, I keep saying Steam Vent. Jesus Christ. Scald Tarn. Gonna go fetch up another basic land. He does want to get wastelanded...
Smart.
Again this time, but he's gonna get down to 18 from that fetch.
Dueling unhinged lands. Or unglued lands, excuse me.
It happens. It happens. You could build Mud. Mud's not terribly expensive. And it's not a bad deck.
It's not a bad deck.
I mean, Trinisphere and Chalice of the Void are very good against most of
It's
the
true.
field.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Dan going to swing in for 1, failing to flip that Delver. Pino going to go down to 18. All tied up. Oh, and that's another Delver. So, that's a thing. I wonder if...
I mean, if they don't flip, Greg's going to easily outrace him, but if they
well,
do
sure.
flip...
If they do flip, that's the issue.
Yeah.
And then you got to question if Greg brought in any sort of, like, spicy fun things. Like a Ratchet Bomb or something like that.
Mm.
So you can just crack it. Crack it, Cacko. Oh, but... let's see.
I got some extra chromosomes.
Yeah, all right. So it looks like... Okay, so... All right. Dan goes up a life. He goes to 19. Pino's going to go... Let's see. Okay, and then that fork bolt went straight at it. Pino is going to get attacked again here. He's going to go down to 17.
Dan got plowed.
He
so,
did go plowed. That's why he
okay.
went back up. And there's a Graph Digger's Cage, which is going to shut off Green Sun Zenith from Pino's deck. I don't think it's going to do anything else with the Graveyard. I don't think Pino's got Graveyard interactions. But
I mean, he has Deathrite Shaman, but that doesn't get stopped by Graph Digger's Cage.
yeah. Looks like Greg is a little hurt for colors right now. And I did see from Dan that he has a Swiftspear in hand.
They're both off to not like incredibly impressive starts, but
I mean, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Dan had 2 Delvers come
that's
down,
true.
and he's got a Swiftspear still in hand.
Right.
I think that's perfectly fine.
Unfortunately, he didn't get to do the cool trick with both of his Delvers, where he looked with one. If that didn't flip, fetch, and then look with the other, because he just didn't have the fetch land in play. But
Yeah. Yeah, you know what can you do?
yeah.
So there we go. So now Delver's finally going to flip.
To a Brainstorm, which is, I'd say, like the perfect thing to flip to, except for Lightning Bolt, maybe.
Well, and especially as he's got the Swiftspear in hand.
Yeah.
So he's going to drop this. I imagine we're going to see... no, maybe not.
I think he's thinking about Brainstorming first. No, he's
All right, he's just going to swing in. So he's going to go...
Wonder what he's playing around.
All right, I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But he's going to swing in for 3. That's going to knock Pino down to 14.
Chat discussing how much a beta underground sea costs.
Yeah, I believe they're discussing whether or not.
Well, this Christmas present sparked
It
more
did.
debate than I've ever seen any Christmas present.
Sometimes it sparks some debate. Mr. Phil Suberman in chat. Phil, I hope you'll be there on Thursday.
Yep.
Because we might need some good turnout.
Mm-hmm.
Good turnout.
I'll definitely be there for Modern. That is a format that I'm familiar with.
Well, but you have a deck for what? You have a deck for Thursday. You got to come now.
I do. All right. Yeah.
This is science now. So we're gonna see a young Pyromancer come down.
Easy as he's or she. Excuse me.
Young Peasy is a guy.
No, I think it's a.
No, it's a dude.
Is it?
Yeah, we saw GP New Jersey had a giant blown up copy of it.
Okay.
Like he's got a medallion of.
He's kind of like a snivelly little.
His, well, he's
got the goggles too. He's trying to imitate Chandra, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Soldier.
So looks like it's good. It's good things. Good things. So Pino again, just not really able to do much at all this game. Let's see. So there's all right. So there is a Path to Exile in the Delver. That's going to let Dan fetch up a basic land. If he's got another one, odds are he doesn't.
I wonder if Greg was relying on the Deathrite.
Yeah, he's just going to get the free shuffle. Oh, I mean, 100% Greg was relying on the Deathrite Shaman. He really, really needed that in order to be able to do some more things. So,
which I don't know if is exactly reliable, thing to stay in play with how much burn and disruption Dan presumably has in his deck.
Master Zor, of course we're high quality. We're always high quality. And Vormav, thank you for sticking up for us. However, I'm not gonna lie, half the time I just kind of ramble. But Ben's good. Ben's keeping me in line.
Well,
I did throw a chair at him though.
Yeah, there was that. Dan fetching, I guess, to find a non-basic. He revealed that he doesn't have any more basics in his deck.
Yeah.
And Greg now might get some utility out of those wastelands. I don't know about fetching.
I mean, this is still. I mean, I guess he's got Mother, and he's gonna be able to get GT on there. But Master, thank you for following. Much appreciated. And so he's going to get the GT on there.
I mean, if he has another creature in his hand, he'd obviously rather play that. No offense, but a lot of random streams that play Magic.
Yeah, goddamn better quality than the GP stream this weekend.
8 out of
Thank
10
you.
sub.
Thank
Boom!
you. I know.
Master Zor, thank you. Ooh, we also got Dumb Mother.
No, Dumb Mother does this every time. And
What?
we're not going to go into this. I'm not going to say anything more than that.
You're dumb.
There's a reason why I didn't call Dumb Mother out. All right? I appreciate that they're
we got,
always there. But
B97 Gamer 2.
much appreciated. Thank you for the follow. Dan's actually at 17. I'm sorry. He fetched here. So look at this. Now we're getting all distracted.
Okay, we got another Altered Volcanic. This one I like better than the other one. And see what's going on more.
So why was Greg fetching there?
Why was he fetching?
I don't know. See, this is what happens when I start listening to you. All
What?
Right? Jesus Christ. All right.
Cruising for a bruising, Dan is.
Sometimes you gotta go on that booze cruise. Somebody's like, "Hey, got this booze here." Oh, and then you go, "Hey, see, this
Greg
is
wanted to make sure that he was actually delving 7 cards.
yeah, which is
Okay, now
Which
he
is
actually
fair.
did
Yep.
delve 7.
very, very, very important.
What do you think of that elemental art?
That I don't believe is a 1/1 element.
It is. It's created by it's from like M14 or M13. Like you create 2 1/1 elementals.
It's not a
and flip coin.
3/1.
No, it's a 1/1 elemental,
Oh.
and you flip a coin, and I think you get it back in your hand or something.
All right,
I
fair
don't
enough. I think he shuffled. Oh, because Dan touched the deck by mistake. All right, fair
Okay.
enough. That would explain also why Chuck came over.
Okay.
So, okay. Done. Thank you, chat. See, look, I can always count on you guys. Can't count on fucking Ben for anything.
I'm trying.
Jesus,
my best.
Ben. Come on. Anyway. So we are going to see a swing of 2.
We got another. Okay. I'm not.
Chandra's Flame, thank you for following.
Edzini.
Much appreciated.
Edzini.
No. Send he's another one.
What?
You leave these follows to me. There's a lot of pranksters in chat.
You
A lot of
got
pranksters. A lot of
You getting
pranksters.
pranked?
So I like the
You
you mean a Stiffly Stifferson? I got prank you all night long in my basement with a tire iron.
Oh.
I wish I had a better.
Ooh, the Stone Frog.
Ooh.
Stone
Alright.
Frog Mystic.
I'm impressed that Greg hasn't seen any more land off the top of his deck. He's had a number of turns to draw some land.
Okay.
All right, I think that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
he just does that. Oh yeah, Young
Okay.
Pyromancer gets a trigger off the days, which is
I think
great.
Dan realizes that's pretty much a dead card at this point and wants to.
Yeah, so I mean, he's gonna go and get. Jesus.
Is this a
See,
prankster?
yeah, no.
Uh-oh.
See, this is why you don't point this shit out, Ben. God, come on.
Paul.
Come on. But all right, so here is a just sort of Fire and Ice. That's gonna do some work if Greg lives. So does this Delver flip? It does to a bolt. That's rough.
That's not good.
Yeah, and Greg really needs to see another land. If Greg sees another land, shit gets better, but it's not amazing.
Well, what does Greg have in his hand? Do we know?
He's got a Sword of Fire and Ice.
Well, yeah, but
That's
like,
about
what
it,
could
though.
he do with a land that he can't do right now? He keeps his cards pretty close to the chest, literally.
Yeah. So Greg's just got to take this. He can't do anything. I mean, it's not lethal. That's fine. And then once this Sword of Fire and Ice starts connecting, I think it's
This swing
He's
with the
golden as
young
well.
Pyromancer is suspect.
I don't hate it. Grrr, thank you for following. Much
Oh,
appreciated.
that's not a prankster?
Yeah. So no, I don't believe that's a prankster. See, so some of these they might be, and they're getting through. I don't know. Yeah, Mangaro, you were in Shelby, right? I think you were the guy that was in Shelby. Let me know in chat while they got a little bit of a break. Uh-oh. Why are we But all right, cool. So Greg, I guess, just kind of deciding on what the hell he's gonna do. Oh, I see a Cradle, so he's gonna have 2 extra mana here. So this will be good.
Green Sun Zenith not an option. Oh, excuse me. Green Sun Zenith not an option right now though. So, and neither is Siege Rhino. But he could play and equip that sword.
Yeah. Mangaro, I'll be in Gastonia this weekend. You should come to my dad's shop. We'll have a beer together. My treat. Bam.
Boom.
Making connections with the stream. That's what you gotta do.
Nice altered volcanic.
Yeah. So all right. So here we go. We're gonna try to get this. Razor Arrow, thank you for following. I think. So here we go. So we got a Jet. So what Dan could have done here, which I think is the better play, is to block with the token and then bolt it, so that no damage gets, so no counters get put on G-Tag.
Well, he does have a mom.
Yeah, no, you bolt the token, so no counters go on G-Tag,
Okay.
which gives him another turn to start doing stuff, and then you're tapped down. I mean, at that point he can move the G-Tag over to, Mom.
Yeah.
But I think that's it's makes Greg kind of waste his mana that way. I like it slightly more because then Greg wouldn't be able to play.
I don't know if Greg is actually at 12 right now.
No, he is.
Okay.
Maybe not actually.
Yeah.
You want to go check really quick?
Okay.
Sorry about that. All right, but we're gonna see Thalia come
That
down.
could be a reason for not casting the bolt right there on the.
Yeah,
like
so
not
he might
using
be
the bolt
he might be 5 less actually. I think you're right. I think I'm a fuck up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Greg preemptively down to 7 because I'm pretty sure that's where he actually is. So that would change the play as a whole lot. So let's see here. So Thalia is going to sit down. We still got 2 counters on GT. Both of those.
Greg is actually at 7, and
Okay.
Dan is at 16.
16. Okay, I must have missed a fetch somewhere. So I did move Greg down to 7, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So, and both the counters are going to come off of GT, targeting
Took out the Delver.
the Delver. So this is fine. Like,
I think Greg's kind of where he wants to be right now.
yeah. All right. So he's going to cast both of those. Greg's going to go down to 4 here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like he was just doming him with that. And let's see. Oh, and there's another bolt, and Dan's got a treasure cruise. So does he just go for it? Well, Greg can't block enough guys.
Greg's dead.
Greg is dead. Unless he's got something that he can do with that. Done. All right, cool. Game 3. All right. So
GG.
yeah, these guys are gonna have to. I guess they don't really need to speed up. Dan apparently has won 14 games to 1. Blue Red Delver, most broken deck in the format.
That's good.
Ben, are you cold? You look. That's just your normal sitting stance.
No, I don't want to like bash into the computer so much. So here,
Ben's curled into a fetus.
I'm gonna go like this a little bit.
Oh, now you got the leg up.
Yep.
It's got the leg up. It's good. All right, let's see. All right, cool. All right, but yeah. All right, so they're gonna shuffle back up for game 3. Mangaro apparently does not want to get a beer with me. I offer a beer on my dime.
It's fairly rude.
No, it is. Ben, you'd get a beer with me,
Yeah.
assuming you were a little older, right?
What? No.
That's fair. I wouldn't get a beer with me either. And then yeah, so that'll be good. I don't know. What's the last big tournament you played in?
The last actually large tournament
Yeah.
is I played in some side events at a PTQ a couple weeks ago with some of my buddies down in Seattle.
Was it the PPs, the Dragon Balls PP?
No, it was the one of the last of the real PTQs.
Oh, the one in Indiana?
No, this was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
It was,
I'm thinking like last weekend.
I don't get to go out to a lot of large tournaments, being a college student and all.
Yeah.
The last actually really big tournament I played in was GP Richmond back a few months ago, or like I guess last year, which I was on camera for.
I think chat might have fallen down. Chat, say something really quick. If Twitch has been fucking up tonight because chat's gone down 3 times. I'm gonna give it a quick second.
Some of my friends, one of my friends made top 64 at the SCG Open last weekend in Portland. So I unfortunately I left one day before I left town one day before that happened. So
That's kind of rough.
hopefully I get
Alright.
into something larger soon.
Chat was down.
Okay.
Nobody said anything.
Alright.
We've had a lively chat tonight, so I'm bringing that. We're gonna
What about you?
refresh
Have
this.
you played anything large?
Yeah, GP New Jersey was the last big one that I played in.
Oh, you got to go for that?
And then there we go. Now we're back.
Kappa.
Now we're back. All right. All right. Chat's back up. So if somebody was trying to, if anybody had any sort of questions or comments, please let us know. And then, but yeah, no. And then Brian Moore, who commented on Monday, then he actually, I believe, top 4'd the PTQ that was in Indiana.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it was good.
No plane ticket, unfortunately. For,
I don't believe.
Was it a
he got
PPTQ
there.
or?
No, it was PTQ.
Oh, was it real?
I think it was like the last actual PTQ, like that was in any sort of driving distance for us.
That's the dinosaurs.
So, Ravish, there was a death and tax. Unfortunately, our turnout was shit tonight. Partly due to the weather, partly due to the holidays, partly due to because college kids aren't here.
Yeah.
So we're only having 3 rounds tonight.
We there is a Death and Taxes player in the store, but I'm pretty sure he's fairly new with his deck. He didn't seem all that comfortable with some of the interactions, and unfortunately he's not on the winner's table right now.
Yeah, and I believe Dan eliminated him last, or not eliminated, but beat him last round, last round in order to get here. Master, it is 4 a.m. there, but my melodic voice is, I think, probably the best thing you can be doing at that time in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think is just listening to this.
Yep.
Ben screeching in the background.
What?
It's great.
Death and Taxes is the best deck. It did.
It's pretty good.
I think it top 8'd the Invitational. I can't be sure.
But Dan gonna go down to 19 off of a fetch after Greg just played a Savannah and passed.
Screeching.
So. Ant was not in the room. Hopefully, Mr. Phil Silberman will be there. Will be, I should say, in attendance on Thursday, and then you'll actually then we'll have some. But Path to Exile from Greg immediately on the Delver, played by Dan. Dan's gonna get a little ramped. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Mangaro, do agree that D&T is not how you spell mud. Mud is the best deck.
I don't think so. I don't think it's how you spell it.
And so Dan's tapped out. Greg's just gonna throw down a Thalia. Looks like that's gonna stick, so that's gonna be good.
That path opens up like kind of the free bolt, I guess you could say. Like
yeah. Yeah. All right. So this is it's kind of a nombo, as Greg's pointing out. The Path to Exile and the Thalia. But you know.
Thalia makes casting like stuff like Treasure Cruise more difficult, so it's not like a literal non-bow. Yeah,
I mean it's not great.
No,
not great. Dan's gonna fall down tonight. 18 off the fetch. There we go. I can speak the language of the magic cards. Ben, thank you for jamming to that. You should not actually support me when I do those things.
Okay. I was gonna say Monastery Swiftspear, not great in the face of a Thalia, but
still gonna get in for 2. Greg gonna go down to 18 thanks to that bolt on Thalia. So, all right, that should be. Let's see. Let's. What does Greg have a follow up? Stoneforge this time. That's gonna resolve
with protection from days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I imagine we would have seen the days on the Thalia had.
That's true.
Had he had what? So
I think Dan's hand is 2 brainstorms, a blood moon.
Ooh.
A blood moon.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Greg's got the planes.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna do too terribly much.
Well, he doesn't have green, and a lot of his large threats require him to have green.
There's the Swords to Plowshare. Let's see if Dan's got a response. He does not. Dan is going to go up to 19, though.
I don't think Greg is expecting this Blood Moon. I don't know if a lot of Blue Red Delver
But
players
it's
come
fine
to
because
have
he's got the Sword of Fire and Ice.
That's true. He can draw. Oh, he's got the.
And he's got a.
He got
All
the
right,
force.
so.
All right, so unlikely that Dan will even cast Blood Moon, knowing that he has a force.
Yeah, I mean, Dan still might just to shut off potential like wastelands or
That's a good point.
the why can't I think? I mean, Dryad Arbors as well. It shuts off.
Yeah.
And cradles. So.
It does give Dryad Arbor haste in a sense.
Yeah. So, but Dan is gonna.
It doesn't look like he's going to be.
Dan's gonna drop down to 17 though. And then follow that up with a Ponder. So he's going to Taxian Probe and then follow it up with a Ponder. So, but this is going to be fine. Greg's going to be able to drop in his Sword of Fire and Ice and then equip it. And then we'll be fine. Yeah, nothing, not a lot that he's going to be able to do.
No.
So, yeah. All right. So we're just going to see a little thing. Well, I'm going to drink a lot this weekend, though.
Nice.
It's going to be great.
It is only Monday, as it turns out.
Yes.
Okay.
But I have Friday off.
Oh, nice.
I'm not on a project this week, so it's going to be good. Dan's then going to brainstorm. He's digging for some shit, man.
Well, he obviously did not find what he was looking for with Ponder.
Nope,
and I think
not
he
at
kept
all.
his Ponder, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So maybe he wants one of the
Ponder cards, but
Yeah.
not some of the other ones. He's gotten some more fetches in there, so. But no, yeah.
Maybe he I don't know.
You doing anything fun for the holidays?
I'm going to Arizona for a few days just to like get out of the cold here and stuff.
Sweet.
And,
Yeah. I'll be. That's why I'm going to North Carolina. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. And then my why I will be drinking so much. My dad owns a beer and wine shop
Ooh.
in Gastonia, and then
Nice.
I'm going to be there a good portion of the day,
Sweet.
drinking a lot. So Greg's going to go ahead, activate Stoneforge Mystic, going to put that in there.
Dan just fetched.
Ooh, wow. And so Dan did fetch. Dan's going to go down to 16 off of that fetch land.
Speaking of getting smashed.
Yeah, and then Pino, really the only thing he had going on was that Sword of Fire and Ice.
So I think Pino's going to take 3, right?
Yeah, he's going to take 3. He's going to from that Master Smithereens. So that's a really big play from Dan. That must have been what he was digging for the entire time.
A reasonable thing to dig for.
So
Greg he played his 4, so he has 1 unknown card in his hand, at least to me.
yeah.
There's that crazy volcanic we saw earlier.
Still not a fan of it. Kai Satchafroth, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Dan's just gonna play land and pass the turn. So
no one's got anything going on.
Pino, we just might see the
That was
beats come in.
Stoneforge that he
That'll
just
be
drew.
very good if it was.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, and he can immediately put in at whatever
Yeah.
whatever he plays. So are we gonna
What's
see? Oh, brainstorm response. Dan needs to hit here, or else that's gonna be.
I think if he drums up a GT, not many things get Dan out of a active GT.
Yeah.
Or her Batter Skull.
Well, I mean, or the or honestly the Sword of Fire and Ice. I don't
Sword
think.
of Fire and Ice is now in the graveyard.
Yeah, but I mean, like that was he had very few answers to that. and was able to find
All
it.
of Greg's equipment are great, obviously.
Pino though, I don't believe he actually has a Batter Skull. It wasn't in the main. It wasn't in the when he did the deck tech. So if he hasn't changed the list at all, I don't believe he actually has one.
I
So
only
it's
say
just
that because many
why do you
Stoneforge.
fucking say that?
I say that because many Stoneforge packages include a Batter Skull.
A lot of them do. And so Pino, instead of putting in the GT,
I think his logic is that GT.
All right. I mean, he'll be able to play and equip it next turn, so that's not that big of a thing.
I think equipping it to a first striker is what he wants to be doing.
It's much better that way. Yeah. Master, we much appreciate you tuning in. Normally we have 4 rounds, so normally you'd have to you'd be able to listen to my melodic voice much more.
Yep.
But tonight again, everything kind of going on. We only have 3 rounds. Wednesday for Modern will 100% have more rounds than that. We'll have at least 4. And then Thursday for Legacy again, we should have at least 4. So Thursdays the turnouts are generally a little higher. So we have that. But yeah. All right. So does Dan have anything? He's got a young pyromancer, but that's not going to do a ton, especially
I don't
with
even know if he plays
Thalia.
it here.
I think he. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough.
It's not
Like
great.
you're not going to get a ton of value because you. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you.
effectively deals with young pyromancer.
Yeah. I don't know. Mr. Gaming Slayer 11, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Yeah, I don't. There's a ponder, so he's gonna get a token.
Tax
So
ponder too. This is not where you want to be if you're a Dan.
no, maybe he's hoping to find a soul land and a smash to smithereens. That's what
Soul Land.
a
I
soul
don't
land
think
and a
he-
smash to smithereens.
I don't think he plays any of
I
those.
think he plays some soul lands.
All right, well, we'll
just
see.
for this occasion.
We'll see.
He just plays one.
I
City
know
of
some
Traders.
vintage decks play Ancient Tomb in the sideboard. Some Ancient Tomb, like some Oath decks play Ancient Tomb in the sideboard if they need.
Well, I'm sure, yeah, because they need to power through like a 18 sphere resistance that's coming down on turn one.
Mhm.
So
You play any Vintage Mud? Oh man, you can really
every
get
once in a
rocks off
while.
playing Vintage Mud.
Yeah, I need to. I actually probably could.
Mishra's Workshops are like $1.
On Moto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you got a subscriber.
Subscribed.
Yeah.
We don't have a subscribe button, so I'm pretty
Yes, you
sure.
do. Everyone does on Twitch.
No, we don't. We have a follow button.
No, everyone has a subscribe button.
False. You have to be partnered.
Well,
It's
how
just
did he
most of this.
subscribe?
It's most of the because you end up having to get partnered.
I just give everybody a 5-minute warning.
Okay, cool.
How do you subscribe? What?
If I was to donate, what kind of better content could you expect? Well, that helps us kind of move forward with the plans that we kind of have. Come the new year, expect some better things. That's all I'm going to really say on that. But yeah, anything helps. Anything helps me like basically fund this as I basically fund everything out of pocket. Sydney's got some connections, so he's helping me out. The guys that are kind of taking over Wednesday nights for us, it's going to be good. But I'll get more into that here in a little bit. Gite was equipped to Thalia. Thalia's just going to get in for 2. It's going to get 2 counters on there. What happened to them? Uh-oh.
As someone who's run a stream before, it is not, and hopes to continue running a stream, it is not cheap to, uh-oh.
Nope. One target, thank you for following. Did you break something, Ben?
No.
I'm going to blame you.
Okay.
Why is the old mousey mouse not working? It shouldn't be low batteries. Did you? Ah, there we go. That was weird. All right, so Dan's gonna go down to 13 there, off of that, and
Apparently I got trolled.
did you?
Yep.
One target.
I guess you can, I guess you can make your text a different color or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do that. There's all the Twitch things.
Embarrassing.
Ben, you should feel bad. The target, thank you for following, and Astrocatcher 989, thank you for following. Much appreciated. So there we're gonna see a treasure cruise come down. There's gonna be some stuff.
Good. What store are we in? We are in Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo in Chicago.
Yeah, so eventually we are gonna get some subs. I'm waiting a little bit more, then I'm gonna petition Twitch to do that because our turnout's been pretty good on all of our tournaments. We consistently stream for 3 to 5 hours, which is pretty good. That's some of the stuff that they look for. And then plans include more cameras, better overlays, more interactions, bringing cards up on screen,
Be sweet.
all that kind of fun stuff. I'm in communication with the stores to hopefully get giveaways to be a permanent thing on every stream instead of just some of them. But again, you guys can really help us out with that. Let Card Market and let Dice Dojo know that you guys like the giveaways and that you guys want to see more of them. So go on their Facebook pages, please. Let them know that you want to see giveaways on WUBRGxyz stream, and we'll make that happen, guys. So, yeah, it should be good. So here we have, so this is just, it's a chew.
See, none of these
All
things
right,
are all
and
that impressive with it.
We just saw that he swung in for 2 here?
Yeah.
All right.
None of these things that Danner is playing is good with a active GTA on the other side.
Nope. And
What giveaways? Phoenix 101 asks.
So we did giveaways last week. on Wednesday, we gave away a playset of foil moderately played Delvers, and then on Thursday, we gave away a foil altered signed Lowerman Ponder. So Greg gonna go ahead, and now I'm paying too much attention to chat instead of the game.
These guys
It
are
goes
looking like
both
they're going to
ways.
go to turns.
Yeah. So Greg getting rid of that. Greg using the last counter off of the GT. Get rid of that young Pyromancer for a second time. Dan gonna fetch. He's gonna go down to 12. Greg's swinging out for 4 here. Let's see what they're doing. So, and guys, any questions that I missed in chat, I will 100% go back through and look for them. It's just a matter of trying to take care of both. All right, so he is tapping 2
Greg falling
here.
prey to a nasty trick.
Yeah, which is fine. So this is all in response to the GT counter leaving the GT and getting rid of that. So getting rid of the young Pyromancer. So he's still going to get a token off the electricity. And then Greg's just going to suit up that Core Firewalker, which is pro-red, and every time a red spell is played, he gains a life. So actually, Greg is up to 14 because I did see him get his triggers there.
This Firewalker is kind of like handcuffed to this GT.
Oh yeah, this is going to be
not leaving.
Yeah, and Greg's going to be able to do silly things with it as well. So yep, declare. Nothing Dan's going to be able to do. He's going to take 2 damage there. He's going to go down to 10. Greg's going to get 2 counters on GT. I imagine that young Pyromancer is probably going to go away.
I think we're in turns at this point. I don't think turns have been officially declared, but
we should be. So Chuck should go over there. So we'll say that Greg was probably turn 0, and he's moving the stuff back over, and then we'll be on turn 1 for Dan. Ugh, this is so much talking. Ben, step up your shit.
Sorry, hold on a second.
No, jeez. She's the Weath. She's the Weath. So there's a price of progress coming down from Dan. Greg is going to go up to 15, though, just from Dan casting that. And let's see if he does anything. Okay, and he doesn't do anything with his Wasteland, so he's going to then take 6, which is going to drop him down to 9.
Good on Greg to remember that trigger. Core Firewalker, I don't think it's something that he plays very often.
Yeah. No, I mean, Greg is like a machine with triggers, so like there's no doubt in my mind that any of this is happening. Like, that Greg will ever forget a trigger of any kind. He just does too many things.
And it's impressive because he plays like a new deck every week.
Greg?
Yeah.
I mean, he's generally playing something with green in it and Mother Runes.
At least in Modern, when I play against him, I never really know what to expect. One week it was Mono Blue Tron, another week it was Jund.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
So I believe
I don't necessarily understand.
Greg could have just taken. So Greg didn't block correctly, I believe,
he got Price of Progress,
and then he got Price of Progress, and he couldn't because because Dan basically Price of Progress before damage, so he wasn't able to get any of the counters on the on GT, and the damage was enough of that. So either way, that would have been because he couldn't have killed the creatures and gained life. So that was that. So we're gonna bring it back to the booth, guys. God, this is a really early stream. I'm so used to getting out of here at midnight. This is insane. So guys, definitely do apologize. That's it for tonight. Again, really, really weird. Normally we're streaming for about another 2-3 hours. Yeah, not quite sure why the turnout was so low tonight. Again, I have a feeling weather was really, really shitty here. Traffic was bad. School's out. It's final. Well, either school's out or it's finals.
Got some money going on the side over there.
Yeah. It's probably the winnings.
Oh yeah.
So they're still going to be first and second.
Yeah.
And so they're still going to get their prize payout. So looks like 45, and somebody kicked the counter, or they split before the match, I guess. Or Greg's just going to get 45.
Three good matches, though.
Done.
some sweet magic.
But yeah, so guys, definitely anybody that's in for Legacy, make sure you guys tune back in on Thursday. Thursdays we generally have higher turnouts, so we'll at least be at 4 rounds there.
Wednesday.
And then on Thursday, Wednesday we have Modern, which will be great. Casting then it's going to be Ben will be playing. Casting will be Sydney and Ryan, both of them good guys. So yeah, so it should be good. And then Dojo does pay out in money, just because when we were getting myself and Kyle Norman are more or less responsible for, with the help of other people, of course, the legacy community that the north side of Chicago has. We were the ones that really started getting all the legacy events kind of going, and part of the way that we actually did that was to incentivize people that were more interested in the Eternal formats to get out here other than PAX, because somebody's playing Legacy or Modern and they don't really play Standard or anything else. They don't want to be paid out in PAX. They want to be paid out in something else. So that's how pretty much we ended up starting doing money. Dr. Doug Trio, excuse me. I know you went to medical school, not to be called Mr. anymore,
right.
and it's got to be Doctor. But
After
thank you for
going to
following.
school for 8 years, I think you can.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Play Pod for Modern. Oh,
Yeah.
I will.
So,
Oh, I will. You'll be seeing some siege rhinos being potted up by this guy.
Anybody in the area going to the player championships? I'm not.
Andrew Beckstrom might.
To the SAG player championships?
Yeah, I think he might be qualified.
I don't think he is. I don't think Beckstrom's player for the SCG Player Championships. He did just get back from Worlds, though,
Yeah,
and where Team USA top forward and requalified for the Pro Tour.
Local player, awesome.
Yeah, so Beckstrom's going to be stopping in Wednesday, I believe. So you guys can see him on stream if you guys have an interest. So that should be good.
It's either that or Kiki Jiki Control.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a I don't know. Modern is a format that I don't know a ton about. I know the cards, don't know a ton about the decks. That's why I have not commentated it. I'll get up there and ramble. I can definitely do that, but it's not always the best. And then in terms of what we're like, kind of the plans for what we're going to be doing in the future. A lot of it's kind of like on the back end, but we do want to get multiple camera angles on here. I'm going to try to redo the overlay. We're going to get some different kind of scenes going on, so we can get some card art up there. Dan won 2-1 in this round. Pino won 1 game, Dan won 2. Both of these players were 2-0 coming into the round. So that's kind of what's going on there.
How many rounds do we get? 3. That's
only 3 rounds today. Sorry, guys. Again, normally it's 4 rounds, but we had a slightly light turnout just because of a variety of factors, which caused us to kind of go down. Wednesday for Modern, we almost certainly will have 4 rounds because average turnout is around 40 players there.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we generally have a higher legacy turnout as well. So we'll have 4 rounds there too. And then, geez. All right, what did Mike's players and tables? So we might be able to do that. I mean, technically I can do that now, but OBS doesn't really like having multiple mic inputs. So that's something that we can definitely toy around with. I'll have to experiment a little bit more on that. But yeah. So and I want to again get the giveaways to go a little bit more. Get those more frequent. Yeah, I'm gonna have shirts made, so that'll be fun. Those will be giveaways as well, unless people want to buy them. And then if that's the case, then I'll figure that out. What the break-even point is on that. But Master, thank you for tuning in. Get to bed, especially since it's like 4:30 in the morning over there. Yeah. Being a deck it beats, I mean.
What?
I don't know what that's in reference to.
I don't know.
But I'm sure I just missed something in chat. Anybody else? And then Mangaro, if you're still in chat and I missed something, hit me up on here. I am serious. I will buy you a beer if you're interested. Past that, I think that's about all we got, guys. If you guys missed anything on the stream, please tune in. It'll be up sometime tomorrow. Check out our YouTube channel. All of our past streams are on there. Lots of good magic there. A lot of my voice. So if you like either of those two, please feel free. Guys, check out our Facebook page. It kind of tells us everything. Ben is hiding now. Our Facebook page and our Twitter, both of which I try to be as active as possible. Kind of tells you if we're having any sort of delays or kind of the fun things that are going on. So follow, subscribe, like us, all that kind of fun stuff. And if nothing else, make sure you guys tune back in again, 7:30 Central Time on Wednesday, and for Modern, and then 7:30 Central Time on Thursday for Legacy. And there we go. Bam. So 7:30 Modern Central Time, Wednesday, 7:30 Central Time, Legacy. Thursday. No, wait. Modern's Wednesday. Jesus Christ. Now
Right.
Modern's Wednesday. Yep. Legacy is Thursday.
Yep.
No, Thursday night is Legacy. Modern night is Modern on Wednesday.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah,
I
Jesus
can't
Christ.
handle this
All
anymore.
right. Monday Legacy, Wednesday Modern, Thursday Legacy. So that hopefully that makes everything not clear. But yeah, so thank you again to Ben for coming in and streaming with us. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that followed. That really helps us out. Really appreciate that as well. And with that, guys, again, sorry for such a short stream, but yeah, I think we'll end up wrapping it up. So all right, thank you guys. We'll see you later. Goodbye.